Ever thought about how you can have a better voice? Well, today I'm going to show you 7 things you can do to have a much clearer, stronger, more resonant voice, whether it's recording or whether it's for a live performance. So there are 7 things that you can do to have a better voice immediately. Doesn't take a lot of preparation, really easy. Now there's 2 parts to your voice. There's the mental game of your voice, and then there's the physical game of your voice. But most people don't think about the mental part of it, but it's the most important thing that even drives your voice and allows you to even speak. That's your brain, your central nervous system. So step number 1 is to make sure you have a clear intention. That's all mental. That's your first part of your mental game. You want to know what you're talking about and the message that you're trying to communicate. The second thing is to make sure that you are talking to one person. This is the most important part of any verbal or vocal performance. You want to make sure you're speaking to one person. Now, a lot of times when I coach people to do voiceover, audiobook narrations, commercials, or whatever, I ask them who they're speaking to, and they say, I'm speaking to anybody who will listen to me. I'm talking to the whole entire audience. But yes, you are, but here's how it comes across as if you're talking to each individual person, is if in your mind you pick one person, and it doesn't even have to be the person that's sitting in front of you, but it's a mental part. So you lock that one person in your mind, and that's who you're speaking to. So right now, I'm talking to Cassandra. Now, Cassandra is not sitting here in my office, but in my mind, she's right in front of me and my message is going to her. Now, what happens is, because I'm talking to Cassandra, anybody else who hears me thinks I'm talking directly to them. Now, in communication, if you're talking to a big audience, you're either giving a speech or you're making an announcement. And that's really not the kind of intimate feeling you want, especially if you're doing a video and you're trying to communicate specifically to a certain type of audience. So make sure you have in your mind who that one person is. Okay, so those are the 2 important things I can tell you about the mental game of voice. Now let's talk about the physical part of it. The physical part has to do with the apparatus that actually allows you to speak, right? Your respiration, intonation, phonation, and articulation. That's the hierarchy of voice which allows you to be heard. All right, so the most important thing I can tell you about that is you want to make sure that you are breathing properly. Now, you've probably heard a lot of vocal coaches say this, you've got to breathe from your diaphragm. In another video, I'll tell you why that's a myth. But the most important thing about your body is that you need to have a relaxed body. And the best voice comes out of a relaxed body. And the best way to do that is to breathe. And if before you do your recording or before you do your live performance, you just take a minute to take some deep breaths. You take a breath in through the nose and release it out through the mouth. And when you do the exhale, you drop your shoulders and make sure your throat area is relaxed. No tension in the neck or the shoulders or the upper body. The best voice comes out of a relaxed body. So just take the time to do some deep breaths. And make sure when you do breathe in that you're breathing in through the nose, because the little hair, the cilia in your nose, filter and warm the air, and they make it easier for the body to process. So you want to make sure that you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you just take a few minutes to do a few cycles of inhalation and exhalation, you will calm your body down and get it to a more relaxed point. Now, the best part of that is while you're calming your body down, because you've put some oxygen through your bloodstream, you're actually energizing your body, which is step number 5. So 3 is relax your body, 4 is breathe, 5 is get the energy, but you get the energy from breathing in. So it has a really beneficial way of helping you calm but energize the body. Now, the next thing you can do, number 6, is to do just a couple of quick warm-ups. And here's a couple of things that you can do to make your articulators work more easily. One of them is just a simple lip trill that you vocalize. All right, so you take a deep breath in through the nose, put your fingers here to the sides of your mouth, and vocalize gently on that exhale. Breathe in. And you can still relax the upper body when you do that. The second thing is to say your ABCs while you're holding your tongue. Now, I'm not going to do that right now because I haven't washed my hands in the last 10 minutes. But if you hold on to the tip of your tongue, not too harshly, but just hold on to it so it doesn't move so easily, and you say the ABCs 3 times in a row, it's kind of akin to if you were going for a jog and you strapped on ankle weights and then you ran for a while with the ankle weights on. Well, when you take the ankle weights off, then you're able to move a lot faster. And that's kind of what this is akin to. So hold on to the tip of your tongue, repeat the ABCs 3 times in a row, and then let go. And then when you let go, your mouth will move so much easier. Your lips and your tongue will be able to move really freely, and that will help you articulate and be heard very clearly. All right, so the last thing, this number 7, is to make sure you're fully hydrated. Now, that means you should not only have water next to you before you record or do your performance, but you should have been drinking water prior to this. We do this over the long haul because your vocal folds need to stay really hydrated, right? Now, you've probably heard you should drink 8 8-ounce glasses of water every day. Well, that really only works for somebody who weighs 128 pounds or less. Now, here's how you calculate how much water you need. You take your body weight and you divide that by 2. So if you weighed 128 pounds, you divide that by 2 and you come up with 64 ounces. That's 8 8-ounce glasses. But if you weigh more than 128 pounds, you need more water. And certainly if you're an athlete and you're doing something really physical, you definitely need more water. Now, here's when you also add more water is if you're taking any type of medication like decongestants or certain blood pressure medications or heart medications can also dehydrate you. Alcohol, caffeine, whether it's in tea or coffee, can be very dehydrating. Now, if you consume anything like that, you need to make sure you're adding extra water on top of that minimum, right? So taking your body weight and dividing it by 2, that's the minimum number of ounces per day that you should be drinking. So make sure you're fully hydrated all the time, and your vocal folds will be right there for you when you need them. All right, so if you like this video, click the like button, share it with your friends, and I have a Vocal Power 12 worksheet, cheat sheet that I like to share with you, and it lists the 12 elements of your voice that you can work on and to improve it. So the link is in the description. Just click that link and I will be happy to send it to you. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you in the next video.